I'm not feeling it. Drawn 28, which lovely one I can reach across on, but it's very, very shallow. It's so frustrating. So I've foul hooked another one across. I've even foul hooked one on my maggot. Things aren't going to plan. I mean, no excuses. It could have been fixed with just more patience in it, not trying to make things happen too quick. Right, you lot, it is live match time, first live match of 2025, and spring's arrived, hasn't it? I've got my thermals on, a little bit too hot for this. But anyway, yes, we've come today to Alvechurch. I've never filmed here before with Matrix. We've not even done a feature here, which is definitely an error on our part. This lake is, or these fisheries are absolutely solid. Lots and lots of fish to catch, and today we're doing, as I say, the first live match of the year on Horseshoe Lake, which I have filmed a live match on here, did it for Winning Waves, but I'm back here now in the spring when it's going to be good. It's going to be a really nice example of just waking up time, you know what I mean? Spring carp fishing. This lake's all about catching carp. It's all exclusively carp almost, all proper commons and minnows. It's a few skimmers, a few barbel, but it's about catching them carp. So it's going to be a nice example of spring fishing, not going for it, we're not fishing for 250 pounds. It's a nice, clever match when it's a numbers game, trying to catch 10, 15 carp. Just to be a lovely example, as I say, of spring carp fishing. So, without further ado, I'm going to go in, I'm going to dip a lovely peg, and I'm going to catch up with you lads sat there, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. Right, I didn't move very far. I literally did the intro right there next to that side that we've drawn. I'm not feeling it. Drawn 28, which lovely one I can reach across on, which not many people can. There's only one other peg that can get across, but it's very, very shallow. This area of the lake, I don't think he's ready for it yet. Don't know. But anyway, that's me excuses in straight away. So you're going to join me plumbing up. I'm going to have a quick plumb up and just show you what I'm on about. So, first rig. I'm literally going to keep this as simple as I've had a quick look already, and as I say, it's super, super shallow. So on the island, what have I got, 24 inches. The deepest water I've got is about 30 inches. So really, really shallow. What's that? What's 30 inch? 1 foot, 2 foot, 2.5 foot? 2.5 foot, old school, isn't it? Old school, so yeah, 2.5 foot's deepest part of my peg. Don't mean that's ideal for the minute. I can't see the fish settling. That's gonna be the thing. I'm very much just gonna be fishing for passing traffic. And we're in a bit of a tight bit for whatever reason. This has got, we've got every peg in here. We've got either side in. So I don't know how much they're gonna like it. But anyway, it is what it is. I just literally sat.
Very, very, very
and then it went. And it was literally, I'm gonna have one line
so
there,
frustrating.
but there's a lot further than what we thought it was. In that I'm nearly 70 meters there. So I'm just plumbing up to plan. In between them two trees there, that's gonna be my far bank. It's lovely, lovely, lovely and clean. Like beautiful and clean. So I'm loving that. Put my rig in. There's no aggro. Everywhere I drag my rig on that far bank, it's lovely. So I'm made up with that. And I think that's where they're going to swim. I think everything today is going to be swimming tight to that far bank. I've just got to be patient. Set traps, wait over there. Talk about what we're going to fish in a bit. And then the other line, really simple. Just 2 lines today is all we're going to do. I was going to fish short, but because of fish swimming here, sure wants to swim fast. Because of how shallow it is, I want to get a little bit further away from myself. So my other line, let me whistle in, let me put my rig on. Say it's 30 inches. Oh, see him then. There's one right by me then. Fair play, could happen. My other line is going to be down middle in 30 inch. And the problem we've got is we're carp fishing. It is only carp. So I need some water. I need somewhere for them to settle to be happy, which I haven't got, but so we're still just going to make do with it. So as I say, 30 inch, 24, 25, 26, 27, about that. Might be a bit smaller than 30 inch, might be 28 inch. And he is going to be in the dark bit there, almost down middle, innit? No, a bit shallower. Well, that's about right. We're going to go with that. Bang on there, in line with the point of the island. That is my secondary line. So the simplest day ever we're going to have. I can't see us doing anything else. The only other line that I might do is down the edge, but with how shallow it is, it's exactly the same. Literally, I've got the same depth every single area in my peg, which I'm not hating. And if it was really good and they were eating, I'd proper fancy it. Because it's a little bit cool, I'm a little bit worried. But anyway, it is what it is. So the plan, really, really, really simple. And I'm going to fish pellets across, standard. I'm going to fish hard pellets across to start. But I may introduce some micro pellets that I need to prep in a minute because I've just realised I've done no bait yet. So I need some micros for some attraction, little tiny traps. It's going to be over there because I'm never going to be attracting a volume of fishing. And in short, I'm going to fish ground bait and maggots just because there may be an odd other fish to catch. Yeah, I'm not fishing light or anything, I'm fishing proper for them. But I need to give myself a chance of catching something. No, not knowing this lake very well at all, I don't think anywhere's very deep. I think the whole lake's pretty, well, really, really shallow to be fair. I think the most you've got is 4 foot anyway. So maybe they're used to that sort of depth, which I mean, it can put you off sometimes when you plumb up somewhere and it's so shallow, but if that's what they're used to, you never know. So we shall see. But yeah, that's where we're at. Not yet, mate. So we'll see. That's where we're at, yeah. I'll prep me bait really quick. So it's fishery pellets. We're just going to have 4 mils, 6 mils, some micros, and then ground bait and maggots. That's it. The really, really simple bait tray. I say it's just going to be about feeling in. Should we do riggy bit now? Let's not do riggy bit now. We'll do riggy bit later with you. I'll go through everything, but it's a really simple day. Yeah, everything is just 0.2 slims, just making sure I land the fish. You're not going too heavy. I still want to get bites. And today's going to be very much a patient, rotating day. Keep an eye on everyone. And I think I said this morning, it's only going to be relatively small numbers as well. So you can't get put off by a peg like this. If I needed £300, then yes, I need a deeper peg. I need options. But speaking to the lads, we may only need like 70 to £100 today, which is, it could be 10 carp, it could be 20 carp. It'll be somewhere in that. So it's a really steady day. So I'm not complaining. I'm just going to be nice, patient, not attack anything. Really, really hope that they start cruising on that island. And with a bit of luck, we'll sneak it. So we'll see. I'm going to get my bait sorted now, and then I'll have a catch up as soon as we start. That was a fish then, though. So seeing the odd signs, it could be better. We'll see. Right, weir's off. Weir's off. And I don't know what to do. It's going to be a very slow, watch everyone sort of day. I'm actually going to feed some ground bait. Very, very loose. Some of these little diddy alley aqua micros here. And some magpies. I'm going to put that in just as a, who knows what's going to happen on that line. That's me catching fish line if I'm desperate. I just want to watch what everyone's doing because it's that time of year when everything changes. Everything changes. So I want to be careful. I don't want to do daft things for all I know. It might be a flipping slapping fest and everyone's fishing shallow. But I don't think it will be. So feel my way in, really, really delicate, and just set some traps. And see how we go. We'll start across. I fed that line down middle. And I'm going to start across with 6 mil on. So he's chucking there, so I want to be away a bit. You might notice I've left quite a big long lash because it's flipping clear. Like really, really, really clear. Or relatively clear and shallow. So by leaving a long lash, I can get my pole out the way a little bit because I think they'll be spooky. But we'll see. So we'll start on that one. 6 mil on the hook. A little diddy 0.2 rig. Just one of our carbon slims, the normal ones, the summer ones with really got a 1.5 or 1.6 mil bristle in them. You can see them a little bit better than the finesse ones. Oh, that was on down middle end. What's he doing there? There's a lot of catapulting going on. So we'll see. I'm just going to put my trap in there. So all we're getting to begin with is a little pinch of micros with a few 4mm in it. Not many at all. You see how it's pulling through left to right. So straight away I want to put my rig, sorry, it was pulling through right to left. So I need my bait to the right straight away just so it holds. And unfortunately, it's going to be a very boring, patient start. Just watching everyone, not making any mistakes, not getting bombed for every angle here. Put in there then. Yeah, not commit to anything just yet. I just want to be really patient and see if there's any fish moving about. That was an indication then, wasn't it? Potentially. Don't know if it was a bite, but it was an indication. Which I wasn't expecting. I really thought I'd see some. Like I'd see some. See some? I'd see the colour changing a bit and the odd swirl, but there was no sign of a fish in my peg then, like colour-wise or moving. And there was one there then, so that's good. That could mean there's some here and give me a bit of confidence, that. But yeah, I'm going to assume that was just one swimming past. So it could be amazing on pegs like this, even though you think it's really shallow. They can be right clever things, and these islands are quite old. I remember this on the Winning Waves match I filmed here. In it, I'm convinced there's like a trough on the island, that they just hug the island, they pretty much don't come out from it. Just poke their heads out now and again, and that's where they swim. So it could still be undercut, even though it's only 2 foot deep there. It could easily be undercut, and there could be fish behind me float still. But we've got some options that I've chosen to begin with to fish on this point, with the option of going back. So I've got that hole to the left, that indication there. So you see again, another indication. That's 2 fish that have been in my peg. None of the bite yet, they're not eating, but they're there sniffing. Another indication then. This could be alright. I wouldn't expect them to get indications this quick. But it could be 2 things this. This could either be that yes, it's going to be alright, or these could be the fish that live around here and we'll have a quick response, catch a few, or get indications off a few, and then it might peter out. So I can't get too giddy today. So this lake can be daft in the summer, like 200 pounds, nothing here in the summer. But it's just definitely not there yet. I definitely feel carp this time of year, like March time, especially like Midlands and above. They're not ready yet. It can almost be the worst time for fishing for them. Because all they want to do is get warm and mill about. They don't want to put their heads down and feed on anything. So you do have to be a bit careful this time of year. So I've had 3 indications there on that tiny bit of bait. Big swirl short then. There's fish here. There is fish about. In a little while, when that sun gets a tiny bit higher, I'm going to put my sunglasses on because I reckon I'll see quite a lot going on today. Another indication. Got a stick. Go, stick. Where'd that come from? Don't know where that come from. But it's all good. I don't know if that 6mm is a bit too positive. We'll see. Leave it on for another cast. So you've got fishery pellets, so they're them Ali Aqua pellets, which are very, very fishy. I think fish loving me. But they're a bit breaky down here and a bit weird. But fish definitely flipping like them. So we're going to just put 10 4mm in and just cap it up with some micros. So I don't want to go down the micro route really. But I think to begin with, we just want a bit of attraction and kind of make something happen. I've not seen the fish get caught yet, so we're happy. We're really happy we've not seen anything happen yet. Just dunk that part. Tap it in, beautiful. It's almost like flipping winter F1 fishing to begin with. But later, I'd love to get Catty out and make something happen against that hound. I think that's what it'll be today. Talk about this loads on these matches we do this time of year. It's like 2 different matches. Your first half's like plumbing winter fishing often. And then there's a massive change halfway through. As that water temperature goes up. So I said to the lads, I left mine today, and it were 3.5 degrees at my house, which is normally warm my way because we're right by the sea. Indication then, and a bow wave then. These are coming in, these are having a look. What am I on about? Yeah, it's 3.5 degrees at mine. Got here, it was 12. So wherever I am, where am I? Like Redditch way. 12 degrees, that's not in the mouth. I don't think. It's like a proper bite though as well. I don't feel like it's in the gob. I know it's not in the gob. I was struck at that, regretting my decision straight away. Same again, at least they're coming. Cut that bait down again, like 6 4mm. Still a pinch of micros. It might be that I have to cut the micros out that quick. I just need to work out whether I'm fishing for fish that are just here, or whether they're there because there's a bit of bait. Still good, no one's had one yet, so we're all right. Right in between them trees. I think that's gone on the way in then. I'm sure that had an indication on the way in. Maybe I need a little dibber rig. Maybe it's proper caught me out and it's... They are responding to things. Or maybe, like I said, they're under the island, poking their heads out. I see another swell and just to the left of me. There's fish here, This is... I'm starting to like this. Yeah, I'm really starting to like this as long as I can get them to put their heads down and flip and eat something. This could be good. But really obvious straight away, innit? It's just a patient job. No one's doing nothing. Everyone's just sat. It's not a fast and furious one, this. So we're going to have a target straight away now. 15 fish. Carp. If I catch 15, dead happy. So anything on top of that, silvers wise, it's a bonus. Little indication there. I'm not having it that these are eating me bait. I'm not certain these are eating my pellets or not. Definitely there, they're having a little sniff. Oh, jump next to, here we go. First carp of the day. Let's see if you can catch that. Good sign. That's about the average stamp, I think. It's that, like £5. Last time I came, that was about average. The swirl just short me float then. Is this one in mouth? Yeah, this one's in mouth. And what a way. See, it's like winter mode, isn't it? Look, plodding. I swear now, if you lot weren't watching. That look too small. I have an 18 on that then. We'll see. I don't want to swap that just yet. Don't want to swap him just yet. We'll stick to an 18. It just looked right with that size of pellet. I may, if that happens again, I'll go to a 16. That shouldn't be an issue, that. It was just plodding. So it could be though, my elastic's a brand spanker. Might need breaking in it, but again, it's just a wallower on it. That is £5 down, that. Should have had. But at least I've had a bite, and that was in the mouth. Which, speaking to the lads, it wasn't really expected too much to start. A very, very slow start was what was expected. Not to bite every single chuck like this. We can flip and land this one. If not, if this comes off, big hook's going on. Still in delicate mode. Tell you what I'm not liking where I'm shipping. My line's going right through the other line when I'm trying to get to my rollers. I've got to do the way it is though. The way the road is behind me, I ain't got a choice, but it's not going to do me any favours now. Didn't think of that. Maybe I might move that line to me right. See how it goes. It's in the mouth, innit? Sure it was in the mouth when it was that. I used to be catching some carp and caught carp for ages. All F1s all winter. This is the first carpy match since here, probably. Yeah, he's in the mouth, he's in the mouth. Oh, see that one then? His mate was right by him then. Yeah. Big long one, isn't he? Oh, I need to watch him. Keep an eye out for him. This big long one, and he was in the gob as well. Right under the chin, that one was. Well away. So I've got to pay attention to stay it is. £60 limit. Yeah, it actually feels like there's a few here. Yeah. Yeah, a lot more. So, first one, done. And it's made me happy, very, very happy. That there's numbers of fish about. And I caught that one then. I'm getting an indication again already, so they're coming back at me peg. And playing that one, 2 or 3 moved when I hooked it. And as well, there was a couple short, like one went for me nets, definitely. There was one really, really close in. So there's fish here. Definitely fishies a boot, which is That's all we want. Now all I've got to do is not annoy them. I'm doing my very, very best not to have many foul lookers and fish flying through the peg and things like that. Bait going everywhere. I need to keep them well behaved and just passing through. So I don't feel like they're going to live here. They're going to live on the straights where they want to be, or down that far end where they've got a bit of space. All I'm ever going to catch here is passing traffic. But if they keep passing, it's all good. So there's regular indications of like 1 or 2 fish coming into my peg. Which is all we need, innit? I mean, I don't need many bites today. I need one every like 15 minutes. We're flying. It's actually quite a steady day. And hopefully after seeing them fish short, it's not just going to be a long pole match, because although I want to get some bites, I don't want to hold this much pole all day. In with our super duper new pole, it's no one wants to fish 17.5 all day. It's just not fun. I don't feel like they're picking my hook bait out. I feel like they're coming into my peg and being a bit tricky to catch. I might go clever on them in a minute and put a 4mm on. So I've got one of them smallish 6mm on. Maybe a smaller one's the one. That wind's actually gone side on now, which isn't good. Don't want that. Don't want a side on wind. Well, I think it's just a breeze today. It's been about 4 different ways since it started. So I don't think it's going to cause any problems. Not as exciting this cast, was it? So I fed a tiny bit of bait. Just fed a tiny bit of bait and not a lot happened. Don't know what to do feed-wise. I'll stick with this for a little bit. Yeah, keep feeding micros for a couple more casts. And then I might try and cut them out just so they're eating wherever I'm fishing. Them micros are really, really smelly. They're so fishy. They can proper attract the fishing, but get preoccupied by them. That ain't a good thing. So I might just start feeding pellets if I can. Just bigger ones, just 4mm. That might be the one, but so. We'll see. So I reckon, just so I don't bore you all to death, that's a nice point to leave it for now. And it's showing its way very, very quickly that it's just a patient, what we thought it'd be. A trap setting, wait for it to liven up day. Are they up one? That's not in the mouth. Yeah, wait for it to liven up day. So this one, beyond belief the wrong end. But the minute, and this will definitely change things, it's behave itself and it's backing up. So all I want to do is keep my pole super low like this and just keep cranking it. Slowly, slowly cranking it. Because now we don't want to foul lock them. It happens. But if I can get, see, don't try and pull it too hard when it's kicking. Just chill a bit. I might be able to do it. It's hard because I'm so high up in the water. That was in then. I just want to slow him down, get in front of him, and get the net in front of him if I can. No, didn't deserve that one. Didn't deserve that one. But he was in the gob at one point. He was in the net at one point. Right, I'm going to swap. I'm going to swap to these little 4mm. See See what happens. Looks very, very tarty, that, doesn't it? But maybe that's what they're eating. Oh, you best not have made me in a tangle. I'll jump in and find you. He stitched me right up, that one, he has, Ben. So the only other option that I've got... Don't do that, please. Please don't get windy. What am I about? Yeah, the other options I've got is almost setting a little dibber up. Setting the dibber at like 10 inches deep and plopping that against the island. That could actually happen today. They could actually come up, suck in a bit later, which that'll right take me by surprise, but I'll just get off my box and set one up if I need to. So it is that time of year when weird things happen, isn't it? Especially coming down here to where it's a lot fishier than up my way. I'll catch a lot more up here. So the indication there's no pattern to what's happening. It's just, I know I keep saying the same thing, but it does just feel like passing traffic. But we're just not catching. I'll tell you what, I've made my first mistake. It's not plumbing up that hole at the start. I was being a bit lazy because of how much Pollard is to get over there. I almost went just for the easy option, just chucking it here. Just fishing like relatively the closest point. And I had a plumb left and right. But I didn't see if it changed much in that hole at the back. I'm certain that's where they're going to be. I've seen like one or two fish moving around there. With how it is, I reckon that's where I need to be. You get a little weird indication, you whack it and there's nothing. What are they doing? I'm determined to wear these out this time. These broke me last time I was here. And that was just dobbing. And I foul up fish for fun. I couldn't get them to take me bait. I just foul up that one. Don't know. It's not behaving like it is as yet. Nothing also on it. Right, let's sort this out for this one then. So, take your finger off that float. Take a shot off that float, stop me striking. Excuse me, number 12. Should just pop it up a little bit. I want to plumb up in that hole now. I do. Straight away, stop messing about. Let's plumb the hole up. I reckon it's going to be an inch shallower, but I won't move it yet. That's time for that. We'll still be able to get it with how much pole I've got. But if not, we can stick a dolly buds up and go even blooming further, but I hope we don't have to. So right to the end of the section. I was about there. If I go in there. Oh, wait. Bottom of me float, innit? But is that a little... See that little teasy thing there? Is that going to grab me? Let's go there instead. But it's still bottom of me float. There's here. That's still alright. That's how we want it. Perfect and bottom of my float. So I can do that. I know what it is if I need to go on it. It's just so hard to look in the mouth, isn't it? mangled everything, that as well. We filming? Yeah. Right, I've got to make a change already because it's another foul looker. All I can do is try and bring them shallower. I've got to do that. So I've got my markers all good. I know that was 25 inch, so I'm going to bring it down to 20 inch, 21 inch we're going to go at. So right in the back of that hole. Just going to move him down. Move him down. Beautiful. I'm going to try in that shallower water because there might be less fish over there. And I might be able to get a bite in the flipping mouth. Because at the minute, I'm flipping struggling, like really frustrating. Just a few hard ones. Some micros. If they love these micros, just straight on them. But why I'm struggling to get bites, I do not know. It shouldn't be. This problem shouldn't be occurring. So let's go right in the back of the hole. See if that's any better. So if you fish them moving down middle, I'll fish about in. Right in the back of this little hole. There's already a fish there then when I dropped in. Felt better. And it behaved different as well. I had the bite and it bow waved as if it was a bite. That did feel better then all of a sudden. Still away from the bank there. I'm still giving them options to get around it, which might be another error, but I don't know, we'll see. At least I'm happy now. Look, it's just sat. And I'm fishing now. Whereas before, I felt like they were whizzing all over the place. How much better was that? That was just... You know it's a mouth straight away. This will fall off now, I've said that, but... Mad that it just moving, what, a foot? 2 foot at the most. Where the depth's flipping 3 inches shallower. Just changes everything, innit? I hate carp. I don't know, I love carp. That was so much better. That's what we wanted to happen there. Just sat weight, not 3 million indications, half the indications, but one in mouth when we got there. How they just behave so different, don't they, when they're in the gob? It's just all good, isn't it? All the peas in the pod, aren't they, all of them? What did I say that was? 21 inch. When it gets bashed about at all. We had a weigh, we've got 3. 22 inch I left that. The weigh, which is what we wanted. And how much better was that? Sat, waited, clonk, it's on. So, got a plan. Then again, I want to keep them eating hard pellets. I'm feeling still 10 of them. But I'm capping it off with just a good pinch of them micros. I might even swap cup sizes in a bit and give them a bit more bait. See how quickly they're coming through peg. See what it is. So it's him again, little pile. Beautiful. fixed it, haven't we? That was a goat then, the dog, innit? Well, it was a goat for some reason, don't know why. Oh, that's not good. That's real good. It's pinged off. What are they, love? £5 a piece. Nearly 6. I call them 6 and then stop in it. Oh, it's just a long way though, isn't it? I'll catch a quick 20 over here. And I can just fish short all day then. I'm holding this pole. I'm getting old now. Too old and fat for holding 17 metres. See how quick they come in on that. It's just to the side of me bait that. That's in the mouthful and we've completed it, okay? I'm sure it is. Tell you what, I'm nearly thinking even to bloody beat me elastical. I don't think we'd be on the Al Yelly yet. But it doesn't feel a flipping mile off. Definitely doesn't feel a mile off. This is in the gob again. How mental is that? Foot away, 4 inches shallower, one of them. If I hadn't done that, I'd still be sat there, foul looking. Don't enjoy fishing this long. Back in day, I was daft. Like, regularly we used to fish like 19 metres all the time. Think nothing of it. Absolute lunatics we were. Even with like micros and expanders for F1s. These days, that level of keenness has well gone. We just got better at casting rods, that's the thing, innit? Although this is like that little weird distance, this. That's almost a bit too short and a bit awkward to chuck a rod at. You're going to do like weird underarm casts. But I'm not saying I wouldn't. There's a bit of wind, a little method feeder, beautiful over there. But right now, we're starting to sack here, aren't we? It's actually getting a bit serious, isn't it? See this fish moving. I'll check next to me, got that. There's fish moving about quite a lot now. This feels a bit bigger, this one. Keep an eye on where this is. So everyone's getting bites. One right there, just missed one. I think we're at the fishy end of the lake with what I'm seeing at the minute. I think it's a bit bigger. I think it's just a angrier one. Another £5, isn't it? Nearly £5. We'll count him as 35. So at that point, I am going to leave you lot to it for a bit. I'm going to plod on this long line, see where we get to. And then And when something changes, I'll let you know. So, 2 hours in. They're doing me head. Just like they did last time I came. They drive me around the flipping bend trying to get a bite in the mouth. But it's going all right. We've caught a few. I've got £41. That's what's in my head, in my mental clicker at the minute, which is doing all right. We're ticking up there or thereabouts. But I'm getting that feeling it's going to kick off. Don't know how, but something's going to get better. You can sort of tell people are going to start catching short in the edge. Something should happen. And I'm worried that I'm going to lose my way when that happens because I've not really got anywhere to go. When it comes to edge fishing or that, I'm the only one. I'm literally the only one without an empty peg on the old lake. So whether I'm going to fall behind then or not, I don't know. But it's going all right, despite the foul hookers. I should have had a couple more. But that said, I've landed a couple of foul hookers as well. So I'm probably about even where it should be. I just need to be more patient. I'm being too erratic, striking at too many bites. I just need to be patient, sit there, wait for a bite, clonk it, it's on. Need to stop dicking about, because otherwise I'm going to end up getting beat, because people are definitely to my left on these deeper pegs. They're starting to catch a bit better than what I am. Soon, we might have to force things with a bit more bait. But at the minute, I'm going to carry on just for another hour. I'm not going to force anything just yet. For another hour and see if I can catch another 5 in the next hour. That'd be brilliant. Like, I'd like to complete this next net, which I'm going to do with probably 2 more fish. And if I can put another £10 in this other net before the end of the next hour, we'll be flying then. Sort of £60 with 2 hours to go. That's the position I want to be in. But it's just about being patient and not foul hooking them. And it's so hard not to lift the indications when you're fishing this long, because you're not getting that many. But you really do have to, like, shout at yourself to not strike at every little dink and every movement on that float, because when one comes into the peg, it seems that there's 2 or 3 fish in the peg at once, and there's a lot of fish for a little area. So it is really easy to hook them in the wrong place, so I've got to stop. But hopefully, as it gets later as well, they should get a little more confident and a little bit easier to catch. So that's where we're at. 2 hours in, car's coming past. Yeah, it's looking all right. But definitely room for improvement at the minute. Not in the mouth though, is it? Not in the mouth. It was like slow motion bite. So, half hour later, things aren't going to plan because I haven't caught a fish yet. But it's so frustrating. So I've foul hooked another one across. I've even foul hooked one on my maggot. Just where I just literally sat, and then it went, and it foul hooked. Just so frustrating. But there's an odd indication to be had. So I do still think things will get better. So I'm not going to lose the plot just yet. I'm going to shorten this elastic in a minute. But yeah, I still think we're there or thereabouts, but I just need a run. And it's so frustrating not knowing where to drop rig to get a run. It's a weird day. I just feel that the shallow water and time of year, nothing is settled at all. So I took a bit of a risk while I sat on my maggots. I loose fed across quite a bit. Not a lot, but like 10 pellets with a catty about 10 or 15 times. So over the course of 20 minutes. So I tried to see if noise made a difference pinging. But then I've just shipped over here now. And it's as if there was nothing in my peg. So it's definitely not made a difference. Loose feeding over the top of this line ain't the one today. I'm not drawing fish to me peg. I'm in that position where I've just got to wait still. It's just passing traffic still. There's definitely not a volume of fish sat in front of me. There's just fish doing laps of that island. That's all that's occurring, I think. So as for everywhere else, I just don't think anything's going to settle. These lads to me left now, the 3 pegs to me left there, 4 pegs even, they're catching so steady, long, just sitting there. They get a bite, it's in the mouth, and they land it. Whereas everyone this side, what that was on then, I'm going to short that last one. Everyone to me right isn't getting any bite. It's a lot shallower, it seems. They just seem happier and more settled on that side of the lake, which they will. They've just got a bit of water over their heads, haven't they? Take 2 inches off this. So yeah, that's where we're at the minute. So people are starting to do different things. People are feeding edges and stuff like that. So I'm confident that something happens late on. They're all expecting something to happen. I mean, they're not all sat long and that's going to be it. They're all feeding short and in the edge. So I think we're going to get a run there at some point, maybe even in the edge, but I don't know. It's how far behind we're going to fall. That's the worrying thing at the minute. But still, it's lovely, isn't it? I'm in t-shirt. I've got trainees on. It's so good. It's just all good. You just need these carpies to realise that it's now summer. That went on the way in then. 1,000,000% on the way in. Yeah, these carpies to remember it's summer and put their heads down and start eating a bit. Which I think they will. I think we're going to get, there's one in my peg now. I think we're going to get a good last hour or so. Which the size of fish, it doesn't take long for them to flipping add up. With 2 runs that I've had, you put £20 in the net in flipping no time. Every 4 fish is pretty much £20. Just need 2 or 3 more runs throughout the match. I don't know where they're going to come. So the only other thing I keep thinking of is that open water line, putting one in there, but there's not enough happening for me to be excited about it. I mean, the lads all to me right are fishing open water and they're getting a bite every half hour, which I don't want to spend that much time sitting waiting for a bite out the blue. I can't see the point. Not when I can get an indication every 5 or 10 minutes on this line, and I'm more likely to catch one. So I've bin that idea. Next, I need to, the only thing I could do in a minute is try just dropping down again, like where I started my match, where it was 24 inches deep. I might just drop into that in a minute. Just be a bit more patient and sit and see if we get a bite in that. Maybe they don't quite want to go right up into this shallow bit. This is the problem today. Depth. Lacking depth. Hopefully they should still have a tune. Keep catching the edge. It'd be nice to catch the first edge fish of the year. I haven't had a big carp in the edge yet. There's a glimmer of a chance to be left hand side here. Maybe, maybe not. We'll feed that in a little bit. Give that another 10 minutes. We'll feed something down the edge, I think. Oh, the wind. See, the amount of indications has massively decreased what I was getting over there. And this time when I ship in, after resting it, that's my best bit. And this time I haven't caught one doing it. I've given it its rest, dropped on it, it ain't moved, which is worrying. So I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this dolly butt off. I'm just going to drop down a bit, see if that's a little indication there. Just drop down a little bit, see if that's where you want to be. Because I don't think they want to go up there anymore. Not like they did when I first went there early on. Maybe even a new line could be the one. Maybe a new line, left or right. Might be worth trying that as the next step, just to get another little spur. Maybe they know I'm fishing for them there. Definitely need a change. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, do I want to drop down middle again? No. I want to stay over there for. It's not in the mouth, is it? Look, it is, isn't it? You having that one? Ah, yeah, that's not in the mouth. 1,000,000% not in the mouth. Right. Things are slowly changing. I've calmed myself down a bit. And I've stopped trying to catch too fast. And what I've done, I've just dropped back onto that original depth that I said we would. When I went in there, I felt one, but I got it in. A big one. And then this one is in the mouth. And I was just talking to Ben then about the possibility of changing bait, but you just got to be careful in it. It's making decisions at the worst time of day now is what can lead to a very, very bad ending. I do feel like we're putting an odd in the net now all of a sudden, and it could improve, so I think I'm going to hold back on it for a minute. Swap into, the plan was to swap it to ground bait maggots, but once I go down that way, there's no going back. So I need to be very careful. And weirdly, so ground bait and maggot has been pretty shocking, to be fair, in the deeper bit. But maybe against the bank it'll be all right. But we'll see. So I say, dropping deeper has got me a couple of bites. I said, we're still right in the gang. I need to get a grip. I'm not winning. Chap there on like 3 with a bit of space there. He's catching an odd and shallow. He's probably winning. He's probably had similar numbers of fish. I feel like his are a little bit bigger. But other than that, I think we're second after, for the lads I can see anyway. So we're all right. I've got nearly £50, and with this one, I've got £50 odd. Yeah, 48 plus this. That needs another £5 in it. What we got in there? £12 in that net. So yeah, it's ticking. That one is in the mouth. The only thing I might do now, I'm going to try and up my bait first. And then I'm just going to swap to a bigger pot. Just put a little bit more bait in, a few more micros in more than anything. And see if that helps things, just for a couple of casts, just for a cast or two. See if it settles things down a bit. Because I was just saying to Ben again, it does feel like my peg's different now. It feels like the ones that are in my peg now, at least, are willing to eat. They're like, they're there to eat now. I keep getting an odd tail pop up after I put my bait in and things like that. So I do think the fish want to eat. There's just not a lot of them. It's almost a bit like Westwood, this, in that you're seeing lots of fish because it's so shallow. You're seeing what's going on, and lots of indications. But it gives you a false impression of just how many fish are in front of you potentially. It needs a bit of lube. Need a bit of lube. Mid-session lube, Ben. Ready? Live and finger for it, wasn't it? Yeah, look at them swirling now. That's on me bait. That's where I'm fishing now. They are swirling like mad. Just off it. I don't know if one's spooked or whether that's one feeding. But they're definitely there. Put a bit more bait in now. Let's see if a bit of a bigger lump gets them excited. Let's put that off. Just while we're sat in this deep a bit. Straight in on that then. Well, that's just messed everything right up. My pile has just been annihilated. But I don't want to come back and feed just yet. I'll give them a chance to hone back in on it. Thought by feeding a bigger pot though it'd leave a bit of bait behind if I missed the bite, but that might be the one. I might just have to be fast here. I might just have to be in and out, like proper like Westwoody type fishing. You just got to keep on coming back and feeding. Forget once they start feeding how insignificant a little pot of bait is. How quickly they clear it out. That was like a beautiful little bite then, and then there's nothing on the end. Just a snag. I think is why they're so tricky to catch in it. I'm fishing where they want to be, not necessarily where they're going to feed. It's definitely where they want to be. It's in the mouth, that one. It's all good. One out the hole. I think slowly it started to happen, innit? Really. At least when they're here now, it's in the mouth and they're not being. Yeah. I'll just say, I don't know if you hear me waffling then. I think it's because we're fishing where they are rather than where they want to feed. better. Slowly getting better, isn't it? Right, we are nearly in the last hour. Yeah, we are 5 minutes away from the last hour. And I want to push it, because why not? It's pointless just sitting here. I'm about 5 or 6 fish behind. So I need to catch some a bit faster. So I'm going to give this a big hit. And I'm going to give it about 150 mil, 100 mil of micros and try and get a load of fish in. I'm just going to drop on this shore and see if I can catch one there. So we're doing alright. I've got £30 in one net, £40 in the other. But there's a lot more fish to be left on that bank over there. They're catching a lot more. So if I can get a quick run of like 3 or 4 fish, it'll put me up there. I've got to take a chance. I'm going to dunk it in the deep bit. I'm not going to go in the shallow bit just yet. I may force that next, so we're just debating with Ben then what to do. And I am feeling the deep of it. Seems to be a lot more fish in the deep of it. So we go on that. And just see if we can get a little spell. Say it's 3 o'clock now, we're fishing till 4, so if they're going to feed, it is flipping now. But watching everyone, this is where it comes to making your decision to what to do. No one's got a fish shorter in the edge, so it's pointless trying to do that. So although I'm not short here, I'm still 11 metres, so there's a chance of getting one. The last thing I'd want to do now is like feed me edge or something. It's not going to happen. You can see things will be happening now. The lads that have got more room than me ain't catching down the edge, so there's no point making that decision. And you need to be where you're likely to get a bite. So I'm going to flick on this one. We've had an odd indication throughout the day. We've not caught one, but we've had like 3 indications throughout the day on it, which gives us half a chance of getting a bite. Just while I give that 5 minutes. So if I get a bite on this now, I'll know that I could potentially get 2 or 3 runs on this in the last hour now. 2 or 3 bites on this rather in the last hour. Whereas if nothing happens on this now in this next 5 minutes, I'll bin it off altogether. I mean, if I'm going to catch on this, it's going to be now. But I think more than likely the fish just don't want to leave that island today. I mentioned before that I reckon 80% of the fish at least are on the island, and the other 20 are in this deep water to my left, because the lads to me right, where it's a lot shallower seemingly, they ain't catching, so the fish don't want to be there, or if they do, they want to be against the island rather, because they can't fish as nicely as I can against the island because they've got to use rods. It's just so much harder to catch a weight. You've seen, if you're not tapping that little bit of bait in really tight, you've seen a difference. I'm fishing a foot difference, and it's like fishing 2 completely different worlds on my 2 lines over there. You can't do that with a feeder. You can't be that accurate. You can't read it anywhere near as well. That move then. Big bow wave. Took a long time for it to move though. That. Just feed some bait quick. So yeah, that's where we're at. Last hour we forced it. Give them some bait. just going to sit on this now for a little bit, see if I get a bite. Just give it another couple of minutes. And if I don't hook one, unfortunately, it is a very, very straightforward match of a one-line all-day job. But it's how it can be this time of year. That's carpfishing.com at this time of year. They don't want to come to you, you've got to go to them. Unfortunately, we're still a month or two away from them coming to bait and catching down the edge and that sort of stuff. We ain't quite there yet. So, that's what we're going to do. I'll catch up with you again in a minute when I go back over there, I think, because I'm pretty clear that this isn't going to kick off. You know, I've had that bit of an indication there, and I don't think that was on the bottom. So, 5 minutes time, I think I'm going to be over there for the remainder of my match, but I'm just going to alternate between the two. We'll see. Catch up with you in a minute. Oh, did get a bite short. Did get a bite short, and that felt like it might be in a mouth short. So, went under. Like literally 2 minutes after I've turned cameras off or stopped talking, it went under. I'm certain it's in mouth as well. Probably isn't, probably lose it, but I'm 99% certain it was a proper bite in the mouth. The only thing I don't like, see how it's behaving, see how it's a bit of a whizzer flying through pads. It means that there's not going to be another one there waiting. Just because it's not got the depth to hold them fish in, so I need to get it. I need to feed that line as quickly as I possibly can. What's in that net? 25, 32. 32 pound in that net. 32 plus this one. It's nice to have some kit on. You can pull a bit. First time this year I've had proper kit on. I've been fanning about without 10 catching F1s all winter. Nice to have some gear on that you think, yeah, I can pull hard there. Come on. What's that, 40 odd pound in that net as well? It's like being on motorway, kid, isn't it? Yeah. Pegged on M6 here, lad. Pegged on M6 we are. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. They seem angrier on that line, don't they? If it does this, I'm not getting another one, am I? That's a problem. He's not happy. Not that much bigger, is it? Another one. Oh, it is, it's all right. It's doing a wee. Quite a bit of a guess at that had gone then. Bigger stamp on that, aren't they? Much bigger on that. Much bigger. That's when you know summer's like nearly here, innit? When carp start doing this, rocking up right at the end. It's coming. Nearly there, mate, aren't we? We are nearly on good times. How let this come? How let this come? Can't see me float at all. Why has it gone so poor there? Pardon? I don't know, I can't, literally can't. Come on, you got like 30 seconds to go. If we land this, if he's in the mouth and we land him, genius levels. Don't think he's in the mouth though, is he? Come on. Slowly, slowly. 55. I'm gonna have like 3 minutes to nail that one. Alright, chill Winston. Right, we is done. Right, we is all done. And I'm gutted I never got one more on that one then. There was one there, but we didn't get him. But how's it been? It's been good. It's been nice to catch some carp, definitely. It's probably the biggest weight I've caught this year as well up to now. But I don't know where I could do things different. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm happy with the maggot line. That was sound. She just left that till the last hour. Across, maybe I didn't make new lines enough or keep skipping. That seemed a big thing, didn't it? Leaving it, dropping on it, you get a couple of quick clean bites. Then it'll go a bit scatty and then they fizzle out. Maybe I should have moved a bit more over there. It's hard. Being at 17.5 metres, it's just a bit awkward to swap about a bit. But as for that, I don't know what else really I'd change. I wouldn't fish any other line. I think we were right not fishing a pellet one long in open water. Just be a bit too scatty. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I spoke to you a lot about the hook. That was definitely an issue. Should have put a 16 on at the end when it was good as well. I'd have caught a few more on that. Those wallowy ones. Why you lose them? I don't know. I'd love to know where they're hooked. I think it might be like hooked under the chin or somewhere. Just makes them behave different. But still, really enjoyed that. Hopefully you have as well. That is a nice example of early season carp. It's always what I do, isn't it? For the Matrix live match, it's always early season carp type fishing. But yeah, I've really enjoyed that. This is a cracking little fishery with a lot of fish in it. I'll love to come here in another month or two. It'll be ridiculous, I reckon, in a month or two. But for now, I'm going to wrap it all up, and then I'm going to catch up with you for one last little quick chat once we wade in and see how we get on. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Hopefully you did too. All good, all done, all weighed in. I enjoyed that. It's, yeah, you can't expect too much of it. It's still flipping freezing and not right, but it's been a nice one. I've not done winning, I've done, can't cover my mic up, come second with 113 pounds. I think 122's won it off the end up here. Well, only you not know. I should have had that. $1,000,000% should have had that if I'd have just been a bit more patient, a bit slower, a bit more methodical. Definitely should have won. But this is what it's like. Everyone's literally said to me at the end, that is what that peg is like. It's always a foul hooking chaosness, but it could have been fixed. I mean, no excuses. It could have been fixed with just more patience in it, not trying to make things happen too quick. But other than that, really enjoyed it. As always, if you have, click on that button below, click the subscribe button, click on the bell button. It makes you get to watch loads of videos from me and all the other lads, because there's loads and loads coming all the time. But for now, hope you enjoyed my live match, and just to treat you all, you're another one when it gets cold in the winter.